Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a great day it was yesterday for sports. I say again, what a great day it was yesterday for sports. But before we get into yesterday, um, let's recap a bit. You know, I haven't gone live. I can't go live, but we will talk about that another time. We want to celebrate these sports and how wonderful it was yesterday. But again, let's go back. Let's go back to the Lakers and Russell Westbrook and this LeBron James saga. Russell Westbrook, in my opinion, is they're talking about sending them home. I think I heard Perkins and Stephen A. talking about sending them home and things of that nature. Russell Westbrook is going to have to understand he is the guy who is attached to LeBron James. He is a guy who LeBron James traded away, or allegedly had people traded away in order to get Russ. He gave Russ the nod. So when a person as legendary as LeBron James give you the nod, that comes with a level of scrutiny. That comes with a level of expectation. You know, take it from a bus. I know I'm attached to MJ, but he's attached to LeBron. And, you know, people are not going to blame LeBron for anything. So, Russ, everything is going to be on you. But Russ is not handling it well at his age. He's so frustrated and he wants to fight fans. He wants to get into it with anybody who second guesses his game or says anything about his game, which I don't see him winning that battle ever. That's why, you know, you're just supposed to just look at the small things, be thankful of the things you do have, because when it comes down on you, as you guys can see, when this media train comes down on you, it can affect everything in your life. And it's doing that to Russ. Russ has never been up under this much scrutiny. Russ is a top 75 player. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. But the way he handles these next couple of months is going to dictate whether he play basketball next season. He's going to have to come in these interviews and be a little more energetic, a little more lively. He can't say things like you played well or solid after you went 0 for 11. So my advice to Russ is just stop, try to quiet down the noise and just go out and play. Understand ahead of time they're going to blame you for everything. That 2-for-1 that he took it's not out of bounds, because a 2-for-1, you're supposed to go after a 2-for-1 in that situation. But just maybe not Russ should have been shooting a jump shot. Maybe he should have went to the basket. My overall thing was Russ and LeBron should have gave the ball to AD down the stretch. LeBron took an ill-advised step back three. AD couldn't even get down the court good before Russell Westbrook took his 2-for-1. I don't think AD nor LeBron was down the court when he took his 2-for-1. So the judgment call was a little bit different, considering the fact that you're not shooting the ball well. Just because it's time for a 2-for-1, I would say to Russ, maybe you're not the guy to shoot that 2-for-1. And maybe he doesn't understand that because he's been such a great player for so long. But right now, to me, he's in a funk. So the 2-for-1's got to come from the guys who are the hot hand. And that is LeBron and that is AD. So I do agree on that part. But if we're going to give Russell Westbrook, if we're going to be fair, LeBron James shot a step back three, up three, and there was no need for it. So he could have went to the basket as well or gave it to AD. What is the point of having AD? We all thought he was going to be hurt. He was healthy, played a great game, had 6 blocks, double easy. Why is he not getting the ball down the stretch to make things easier for you? I mean, that game was a winnable game despite everybody shooting the ball horribly. They could have won that game. But none of the reporters are going to give that even blame throughout the team. They're just going to look at Russ. especially his shooting percentage. But Russ didn't have any turnovers that game. I think LeBron had maybe 5, maybe 6. So we got to stop this whole attack on Russ. Everybody could have played better. That second game or that first game, everybody shot bad. Russ had 0 for 11. That second game, he was Patrick Beverly was 1 for 7, and then Nunn was 0 for 7. So nobody played well. So I know Russ is the most. He has the highest name out of the group that's not playing well. But the decision making down the stretch has to improve. You can't fall in love with that 3-point line, and you have to be able to close out games. But let's move forward to the beautiful day that we had yesterday of sports. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed every minute of sports yesterday. We had the Bears versus the Patriots. The Bears gave the Patriots a shellacking, 33-14. I don't know what it is. I always look at the Patriots as like some royalty team, but Tom Brady not there no more. I mean, you almost could pencil in a win for the Patriots with their defense, with that coaching, and the quarterback that they had. But now, to see them as like just a regular team now is kind of weird. But yeah, the Bears put a whipping on them, and it was great to see. It was a great day of football, food, drinks. That's what it's about. I had a great time. But what are we seeing from our basketball players? I mean, goodness gracious. We seeing some history in the making. We saw Ja and Bam combine for 76 points. I'm talking about it was just an all-out, lights-out shootout with John Morant and Bam against Durant and Kyrie. Durant and Kyrie, they signed up for 76 points together. I mean, it's just amazing to see the athleticism and the shooting ability of these guys, and the way that Kevin Durant can take over a game, Kyrie Irving can take over and change a game, Bam and Ja can take over and change a game with these deep threes. I mean, you can't even be mad at some of the defense you see against these players, because they're shooting threes, 1 and 2 dribbles across half court. Two steps across half court, these guys can make threes, so they're a threat. I don't think we've seen deep threats kind of like this so consistently and ever. I don't think guys were taking threes. I don't remember in my era guys taking these type of deep threes. So it's weird to see it, but it's amazing basketball to see these guys be able to hit these type of shots. And I hope guys can enjoy it, but I know I enjoyed it. Now, I got a question. For the Portland Trail Blazers, just like I did Jordan Poole, who the beep is Anfernee Simmons? A. Simmons, Anfernee Simmons, the Portland Trail Blazers. This is cheating. This ain't even fair. That young man, A. Simmons, I think he hit, 6 or 7 threes in the third quarter. He had one quarter where he had 22 points. I think he finished the game with 29. He had 22 points in a quarter. 6 or 7 threes, almost damn near in a row. I mean, that's amazing. Chauncey Billups is doing a great job of establishing the identity of that team, because he got Damian Lillard to run like a true point guard and not just run like a chicken with his head cut off, having to carry so much workload of the scoring. I actually saw Damian Lillard setting up A. Simmons, this young man running off screens, shooting threes. They went that whole third quarter featuring this brother Simmons. And then they turned around, and when they took him out of the game, it was Damian Lillard time. And then when Damian Lillard is not driving, they got brother Grant that's going to take it to the basket and hit open shots. I mean, they are establishing a nice base and a nice identity how to play. They got backdoor cuts. High-low passes. They got things that they putting in place. And it was nice to see. It was a great thing to see how they move that ball movement. They're going to give teams like the Lakers and teams that don't want to defend with everybody, you have to defend all 5 guys out there on the court. Same thing with Denver. You got to defend all 5 guys out on the court. The way they have their system set up with the duck ends and no kick can pass over the top, it is a great thing to watch. I will be watching more of Portland, and I'll be watching more of Denver because they carry the threat with all 5 guys and not 2 or 3 guys. Although I like the Brooklyn Nets, although I like John Morant, they still got to spread the wealth of scoring now. I think they do a little bit more of a good job of spreading the scoring now. It was just, that was a hot night. But going down the stretch into the playoffs, the teams that play like a team are the teams that's going to win, because they're going to have a good system set up to where people who are playing well are going to play better, and people who are playing bad are going to play worse going into the playoffs. That ball is going to look like a brick to them because they haven't really touched it. So, man, it was a great day of sports. A. Simmons, Anfernee Simmons, salute to you. Big shot Chauncey Billups is doing a great job with that team. I don't think they're giving him enough credit. I know he had a rocky start because we didn't know if Damian Lillard was going to stay or whether he was going to leave. But now that we see people are starting to settle in and the pieces that they're putting around, I'm liking what I'm seeing. So, A. Simmons, salute to you. Damian Lillard, salute to you. That was excellent basketball to watch. It was a great win. And whoa, I'm ready for some more. That's NBA basketball right there. It wasn't just about one or 2 guys. That was a whole system and people doing their job, starring in their role. And that was a great example of that. People knowing their role, starring in your role. We don't have enough of that going on in the NBA. We have a bunch of people that are, to me, a lot of players that are doing things that's outside of what they can do. That's most beneficial to the team and themselves. Their money may be too much of an influence on what's actually needed in the game. And when I played, it wasn't just about money. You had to star in your role. You knew your role from the coaches from day one in training camp. If that role changed with somebody getting hurt or things of that nature, then your role changed. Other than that, you had to star in your role. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Salute to y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed morning. I'll be back at you with some more uploads. But yeah, I'm going to take this time and enjoy this time. What don't kill you always make you stronger. Remember that. Salute to the guys. Salute to Carcino for life. Salute to Ticket TV. Ears to the streets. Sister T. The political kryptonite. Who else? Gems from Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown, greatest fan. Who else, man? Salute to all of my moderators for holding it down. Maybe you don't have to hold it down in the chat so much. You guys got to be brave to be a moderator in my channel or the super chat or anything, because we all know the hate that comes your way when you're over here on my channel. So I appreciate each and every last one of you. Salute to you. I'm gone.